most of the enterprises in this country are quite small, and those are the ones we call micro, the ones that are run by an individual or a few family members assisting the individual. They could grow and become like small enterprises, employing more people, especially the small ones in rural areas. The best way they can begin to grow is to look at a bigger market, like looking at the whole country as a market. Say, for example, I am growing cashew nuts in Kilifi. I could be serving the local customers, but then I can appeal to the customers in the country by simply talking to young people and creating a space for me in internet. We call it a website, so that I get visibility. The people in Machakos can see, like, I deal with cashew nuts. They can call me, and then I can arrange how to deliver these things. The problems that we have is that we are in the dark as small enterprises. Nobody gets to see us. Yet technology has enabled us to be seen in the entire world. So if we begin to think that I'm selling these small things to the whole world, not just the people I meet on the street, we can begin to grow those small enterprises. Just think that at some point they have more mangoes than they can take anywhere. So if they begin to ask to put themselves there and say, I can actually arrange to deliver these mangoes to you. And it is not very difficult now to deliver the mangoes using courier companies. There are so many courier companies to transport such mangoes to the end customers. So I would urge micro, the very small enterprises, to begin to think more globally, but they act locally by serving the local market and beginning to show themselves to the rest of the world and begin to grow their businesses. Number one thing I say is you should not fear networking with younger people, because they are savvy in technology. All you need to ask is that, look at my business, how do I get it out there? So number one thing we begin to do is to network with the smaller enterprises. Then we need to use universities like Strathmore, for example, and ask them, how do I repackage myself? How do I market myself out of this? What do I need to do? Then they begin to explain to you issues around logistics, issues around marketing, issues around pricing, so that you begin to understand those aspects that can make you grow. Because an aspect like pricing is a science. It's a very complex science. How do I price this so that by the time it gets to the customer, I have something for myself, which I call profit? These are very basic things in English, but very complex things. Since you say, well, I've been grazing these goats here, so I just need this. That's not the way it is done. If it's the sweetest goat, it has a little more value than an ordinary goat. So you need to price it a little bit, so that next time you have enough money to be able to do more businesses.